Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of r/Entitled Parents. In today's episode, entitled Stepmother Controlling My Life. Entitled Stepmother Controlling My Life Update. Parent lost his kid's travel document at the airport. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. Entitled Stepmother Controlling My Life. Hi everybody. I'm 16 years old and will be 17 in October. The first time I met my stepmother, I liked her until she moved in. After the moving was done, she wanted to hold a meeting to set the rules for my safety. The rules are the following. I can't have unrestricted access to the internet, 1 hour per day max. I can only invite people whom she's approving beforehand, and she never approves. I can only be outside for work/school and on the way home. I can't speak with anyone on phone, speak in the literal sense, writing is fine. I can't buy anything until she approves. My dad completely agreed with her and said the rules are totally reasonable. She's also incredibly controlling in other aspects. She made Dad choose between her and his sister. She said Dad's sister was trying to steal our money, he chose stepmom. She threw out everything that somehow related to my mom. Furthermore, she doesn't know what privacy is and just barges in while I'm changing my clothes or in the bathroom. I need to wear the clothes she wants me to wear. And despise that I have a boyfriend, she's trying to set me up with her younger coworker, early 20s, and ignoring that I have no interest in dating him. She pestered me endlessly to go met with him, until I agreed. I'm so done with her, and Dad not even happy with her, but he doesn't listen to me. Is it possible for you to reach out to your aunt? Aside from the many rules here, the worst is that stepmom is trying to set you at 16 up with a guy in his 20s. That alone is cause to seek outside intervention. I think it is possible. Yeah, setting OP up with someone that much older screams either human trafficking or pedophile to me. Not that the other stuff is good, but that one is definitely the biggest red flag. Just so you know, in most places of the world a child can choose who to live with at 16. If your aunt is willing to take you in, she can get custody of you. Most courts will take the opinion of the child seriously. Document all of her crazy shit. See if aunt can help you and secretly get that ball rolling. Aunt would need to ask a lawyer for advice before starting process. Your step monster sounds horrible. Your father is a lost cause. He will always choose her over everyone else, unfortunately. Go live with a relative, work hard in school, and enjoy your life. Trying to pimp you out to a 20-plus-year-old man, coworker or not, says she is setting you up to get you out of her house. Tell her, your dad and the 20-plus-year-old man, that you don't like pervs, pedophiles, or future sex offenders, and you don't date trash she is trying to set you up with. Why say that to the coworker she is trying to push you onto? Scare him off with that threat and he will warn others to avoid her and her ideas. Your dad should be protecting you from this woman, but it's clear he won't. As for her rules in that house, you might have to live with them solely because your dad will back her control game. See if you can move to grandma's house or something. But be sure and tell your dad that he just cost himself his daughter and future grandchildren because of her. He won't believe you, but yeah, that's a door you want to slam in his face for him siding with her. Good luck, kid. If dad is not standing up for you, getting away to a relative might be your best option. And then ask him if he wants to push you out like his sister was? But having your possessions somewhere safe before confrontation would be recommended to avoid retaliation from dad's wife. Entitled Stepmother Controlling My Life Update. Hi, thanks to everyone for your kind words in the last post. It meant a lot to me. Many of you asked, where is my mom? Sorry, I forgot to mention it in the last post. She died when I was little. Many of you ask if the stepmother is religious or not. She is going to church every Sunday, but I think that's it. Since many of you said I should reach my aunt or another family member, yesterday I reached my aunt, who allowed me to stay with her, but told me that I need to talk to my dad first. So, I told my dad that I was thinking about moving in with her. He got scared and asked why, and so I told him the reasons. He promised that he would talk to my stepmother. She told me that she understood that some things were too far-fetched and that some things could change. She will enable me to speak on the phone, but I can never talk to my aunt again, and her number was blocked. She won't tell me what to buy. Furthermore, she promised she wouldn't enter the room when I was changing. But she told me the things that were important to protect me would stay. I still have restricted access to the internet, but instead of 1 hour, it will be 2. She will still tell me what I can wear. She said telling me that I should date a 20-something guy was a mistake. But I still can't waste my youth. And she will find guys of the same age as me. Even though I told her I really didn't want to do that. So yesterday, she registered me on a dating app and made me choose between the matches. I didn't want her to choose. So she set a date with him for Monday. I just wanted to update you guys. Wait until they are both out of the house, pack your essentials and go to your aunt's. Her controlling you and organizing dates for you is not acceptable. The fact she has blocked your aunt is all you need to know. Leave. She is absolutely insane and you need to immediately remove yourself from her control. This is the biggest red flag. I bet it covers the entire state of Texas. Honey, you need to run. This isn't how a parent should treat you. Step-parent or not, she's throwing red flags everywhere. She's showing you who she is, and if you don't nip it in the bud now, you'll regret it in the future. Be safe and hoping you make it out. GTFO, their house ASAP. Pack a bag or something. Her blocking the aunt just shows how controlling she is. Are you even old enough to be on a dating app? It's crazy that she says her rules are to protect you, but she's pushing you to date random strangers who are too old. Can you unblock your aunt? The fact that she's forcing you to date, regardless of their age, is still majorly messed up. You need to get out. Call your aunt. Any way you can. Get your birth certificate and all important and necessary things in a go bag. Call your aunt and tell her everything. 2 years is too long in a situation where your stepmom is trying to marry you off to her approved matches. Parent lost his kid's travel document at the airport. So this dad is traveling to Greece with his daughter, must have been 12 or 13 years old. He comes rushing to the boarding gate all chill like. Hey, we lost my daughter's ID card. Can you make an announcement? First of all, this is an airport. We can't randomly make announcements asking if anyone had seen your travel document. That's like making announcements at the mall asking if anyone found $200 on the floor. You cannot travel if you don't have your document with you. Are you kidding me? She is a child. We politely explained that we cannot do that and they should go look for it while they still have time. We suggested they contact the passport control, as there are staff looking around cleaning/monitoring everything 24/7, and that if anything is found unattended it immediately goes to the police. So the guy started yelling and calling us ridiculous. He left angrily, leaving the girl on her own, unattended at a gate full of strangers. Probably assuming we would look after her while we work. 10 minutes later he comes back, demanding we make an announcement again. We explained again that this is not possible for security reasons, and at that point boarding had started. So I had this douche yelling at me for not helping him find his daughter's ID card, which he lost, while I was checking other people's travel documents and trying to contact the aircraft via radio. We could not listen to what the aircraft was asking for because this dude kept asking us for something we told him what he should do with. Eventually he went to look for it again. obviously didn't go to the passport control and just came back at the end of the flight. We told him that without an ID card the girl cannot travel and thus we will escort them back to the public area to book a new ticket. The girl was crying and sobbing at this point and he just started yelling at her? Like yelled asking her why is she crying. Then he just told her let's go and I called for him to stop because they have to be escorted outside. His very mature response was something in the lines of, "Get off. Before you piss me off too now." They go to the passport control to try and get out themselves. They can't because they need to be escorted. The girl's ID card was there, surprise. He comes back running, yelling that they found it, to which I passively told them that the doors are closed and that it's too late now. Wait for another colleague to escort you outside. I left them there and walked away. Same did my supervisor. I love how this dad not only lost his kid's travel document, yelled at her for it, demanded we take action for him, refusing to follow whatever we suggested to help, we couldn't leave the area. Security reasons, then when we explain what he has to do he takes off, and then comes back expecting us to just do him a service and help him? Some people shouldn't be parents. I felt so sorry for that girl. Wow. People are absolutely unbelievable. I feel bad for the little girl who was being belittled and abused, but also for you guys. I'm sure you have millions of crazy stories about people and their insane attitudes, behaviors, and obnoxious requests. I'm always thankful for you guys trying to help us all get to where we are going, safely. Thank you. Thank you. It's really only 1 in 20 people that actually say a simple thank you after leaving. So if he'd gone to passport control when you first suggested it, they probably would have made the flight, correct? Sounds to me like a FAFO situation. If I'm at an airport and someone who works there tells me this is the best way to solve your issue, I'm going to listen to them. During the height of the pandemic, I asked a friend, pilot for a major US airline, what the best precautions would be for flying cross-country. His response was get drunk. Nothing else. Not all people in the industry have the best advice. I was waiting at a gate when I heard an announcement looking for a lost Louis Vuitton bag. Apparently, some lady went through security and didn't pick up her bag on the other side of the scanner. Yep, that bag was gone when she realized she forgot it and went back for it. Well, if a passenger saw it and picked it up, that's on her. It's an airport. We had colleagues has their phones stolen while on duty just turning their head to the side for a second. The company could do nothing. We have to be responsible for our stuff. Why can't you? There are hundreds of thousands of people walking through that building daily. So if this lovely father had done as you suggested, there's a good chance that the girl and her ID could have been reunited and on the flight? But it's all your fault, I'm sure. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and share, and we will see you in the next video.